All right, so now we're gonna work through the RDL. It's the Romanian deadlift, and it's a very dominant hip hinge. So if you think about it from a knee dominant to a hip dominant spectrum, squats, goblet squats, front squats, VMO squats are very knee dominant. Get into back squats, then trap bar deadlifts, regular deadlifts, and then you get to the very far end of hip hinging. This is where you're getting RDL. So there's not a lot of knee bend, you're just lowering down and coming back up. Before we get to a 2 foot, we want to start with a single leg to show control and coordination. So you can start with any weight. You can even just start with your hand, balance on 1 foot, lower down, and come back up. So now as you notice, I'm going down, I'm hinging at the hip. I cannot stress this enough, there's such a difference between this and this. When you think about the hinge, if I'm rounding at the back versus arching the back, that makes all the difference in the world. So when you think about someone pushing the crease of your hip back, so I'm here and I'm lowering down, touch, come back up. When you can do 5 in a row with no weight on each side, then you take a weight in the opposite side of the planted foot. So I lower down, tap, come back up. Big thing to notice here is I'm not reaching for the ground, I'm lowering the torso down. The back foot goes up, the torso lowers down, lower down, touch, come right back up. Now, once you can do that, then you're gonna work to a bar position. And you can obviously keep scaling out the single leg. The goal is to be able to do about half your body weight for about 5 reps each side, single. You can either do so if you're 200 pounds like me, you could have 100 pounds in one hand, or you can have 50 in each hand. When you get to that, then you can go to a double. And the difference here is just that you have to really focus on keeping the weight shifted. What happens is people will tend to shift their hips left or right, or you be dominant. What you want to think about is I'm hinging at the hips, shoulders back, tight grip, and I'm lowering down. Now, unlike a Jefferson curl, where I would round the back, I'm keeping a solid core here, hinging, pushing the hips back, coming right back up. So I'm trying to get to right about the ankle and shin, keeping the back flat. Again, hinging as though someone's pushing the crease of my hips back, loading with slightly bent knees, and I'm really loading the hamstrings, lower back, and glutes as I do that. So, as a recap, this is a hip hinge movement that is focused on the posterior chain, hamstrings, glutes, and your back. Focus on keeping the shoulders and core engaged. Start with a single leg bodyweight movement, adding weight to that, and then getting up to a heavier load. And yes, you can load this very heavy, but only if you have your breathing, your grip, and your core engaged in the right way to do it safely.